Hi everybody, welcome. On the 11th, 12th of April, we have a new moon at 22 degrees of Aries. Now, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So in many ways, this is like having a rebirth, being reborn. New possibilities, new opportunities, a blank canvas. With the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Chiron, all in Aries, you are being asked to do whatever healing you can on fears that keep you held back, whatever holds you back, things that stop you, usually thoughts. Mars, ruler of Aries, is in Gemini right now. And Gemini means that the thoughts may be all over the place. Do I do this? Do I do that? Maybe this isn't right. Maybe that isn't right. Aries energy is just about doing it. I feel like this when I do these videos, you know. There's always something better than I could do. Always something more that I might say. Always something that I could add. And I have to push myself every single time to just go and do it. So I'm encouraging you to go and write the book, to paint, to take up the career that you really want to take up, to do the things that you're dreaming of, to take baby steps every day. Mars in Gemini is trine to Jupiter. Wonderful aspect we have at the time of this new moon. This brings miracles. It brings negotiations that work out in good ways for you. It's a great time for new ideas that can succeed. Jupiter is also trine to the sun and moon. So Jupiter in Aquarius is very active at this time. And this is the problem solver. This is able to override all those little difficulties that you keep tripping up on and says, hey, you can do this. Take a risk, take a chance. It felt like a huge risk to travel all the way back from New Zealand to Greece in the midst of a pandemic once again. And it was frightening and scary. And I've shared a lot of that in my other video about big news. So you can follow that. We'll have a link at the end of this video. But wherever you are letting fear stop you, you are inhibiting some of your aliveness, some of your energy. Red is a great color to wear. Aries is a very bright energy. It's head first. It says, I'm off, I'm going. So where do you need to go? What do you need to do? What do you want to conquer? And where do you need to find your courage? Because the aspects are very positive. Now, yes, we've got some pretty big squares to Pluto going on. We've got Venus square to Pluto, which is showing you that you may have things to purge, to release, to let go of, and how liberating it is when you do let go of the things that you've just been holding on to for grim death. What are you holding on to that you can just release and let go of? Something that might be causing you tremendous angst that in fact you no longer need. You may find yourself with a whole new perspective on your life when you begin to move, because Aries is moving energy. And I've certainly been moving these last months, 8 times, well, 9 now, back to Greece in the last 6 months. And when you keep moving, you can't sort of get into a rut. So wherever you're in a rut, you can now dig yourself out of it at this time. It's a time to be brave, to be authentic, to be you. I've noticed how affected I am still. And I wish I wasn't buying negative comments by people making comments that hit me in the stomach. And whilst I love all your positive energies, and I'm extremely grateful for them, I've noticed that somebody's saying something like they did. Let me share it with you. This video that I shared about, I'm back in Greece now. And somebody shared that I had been derogatory to New Zealand. And certainly that was not my intention. I think New Zealand is a beautiful country with beautiful people. And I had many deep soul lessons to experience. And I'm really grateful for them. Much healing has taken place and is continuing to take place. And I will share more as I get more insights and integrate what has happened. So please know that whatever I said, whether it was about getting lots of parking fines, it was a big adjustment coming from Greece, where people just drive crazily, to New Zealand, where it's the complete opposite. And it's a big adjustment. And so I just want to clarify that certainly no offense and no pulling down of such a beautiful place. I would feel very upset if that was the case. So I just want to clear that air. So where do you need to step out? Because this energy is all about you stepping out, and Mars in Gemini is worrying a little bit sometimes about what people think. Gemini's the thoughts. Are you worrying about what people might think of you if you're authentic? Because every time you do that, once again, you block some of your aliveness. And I know I do it too. I want you all to love me and approve of me and like me. I think that's a natural thing to want. But we've got to go beyond that with the energy of this new moon in Aries. And I love this quote by a very famous Aries, Maya Angelou, born on the 4th of April, 1928, who said this: "Courage is the most important of all virtues. Without courage, you cannot practice any other virtue consistently." So I'm going to encourage you to be brave. And I'm going to wish you a wonderful new moon in Aries. And I thank you for listening. And if you'd like to listen a little more, I'm going to play to you a piece by Bach, just the opening of the Italian concerto. Another Aries, Bach, born on the 31st of March, 1685. So let me know if you enjoy these creative elements, and I hope that it inspires you to bring out and to express your creativity. Much love to you. Bye for now. Oh dear, everything's falling apart here. Right, Aries. I did say have courage to try something new, so I'm doing something new here. Playing the keyboard, trying to set up the computer, and I'm going to play the opening part of Bach's Italian concerto. To me, this is a work, it's F major, so it's a bright key. And it starts out with somebody saying, yes, I'm going on a journey, I'm ready. And then you can hear there's all these sort of preparations going on. And then there's a chord, you'll hear it just almost towards the end of the excerpt that I'm going to play, where there's a doubt. Just creeps in. It's like, oh, am I sure? And then he says, yes, I'm going, and I'm going to make it. So I hope that you'll hear your own messages in this amazing piece of music by Johann Sebastian. Oh, God. Can I try that again, please? what does he say? Dear Ben Zander, he says, when somebody makes a mistake, instead of going, oh, how awful, he goes, how interesting. So maybe you can do that. Maybe you feel as though you're making mistakes. I'm doing them here to just show you that it's okay. It's how we learn. So thank you very much for listening. And I wish you a wonderful, amazing new moon in Aries. Try new things. And if you make a mistake, how fascinating.